Today, I'm going to show you how I personally set up my macros and find out my calories. All right, let's jump right in. If you notice, my chalkboard or my whiteboard is a cardboard box. We are packing, so someone's gonna be reading all of my chicken scratch all over the side of this box. I wanna give you guys a basic rundown, super simple way to figure out what your approximate macros are. Keep in mind, quick disclaimer, at the end of figuring out your theoretical macros, you're going to want to track yourself via weight for probably a good week. You know, set them, hit them, and then track yourself. If you're gaining or losing, adjust accordingly. But this is a basic way to figure out your approximate numbers. These are just mine. I'm gonna do what I do to find mine right here on the side of this box. All right, let's jump right in. Body weight. My approximate body weight is 175 pounds. That's, I don't know if you can read that from there, but 175 pounds. There's tons of calculators out there that you can go online and find, but I know that for me, my approximate caloric intake is going to be between 2,800 and 3,200, and that's for maintenance. So these are just maintenance numbers. So somewhere in between here, I'll just split the difference, and I know that my caloric intake should be around 3,000 based on my activity level. All that means, this little number that you can barely see, 3,000 calories is what I need to intake in order to just break even. That the energy I exert in a day burns about 3,000. So that's my maintenance level. Okay? Now for my maintenance level, what I want to determine is, am I trying to gain weight or lose weight, or just maintain? If I'm trying to maintain, I'm staying at this number here, 3,000. But if I'm trying to gain weight, I need to be in a surplus, or if I'm trying to lose weight, I need to be in a deficit. So I move it on a sliding scale one way or the other. Right now for mine, I'm in a season of gaining weight. So what I've done is I've tacked on 500 calories plus. If I was trying to lose weight right now, I could go in a deficit of, let's say, 400 to 500 calories in the opposite direction. But since I'm gaining, I'm going plus 500. Okay? So now this has me at 3,500 calories a day, which is great. This is where a lot of people go wrong, because when they're starting to gain weight, they just say, oh great, 3,500 calories, I'm going to get them however I can. That results in a lot of fat gain. So what we do from here is we need to figure out our macronutrient goals. These are the big three: fats, proteins, carbs. Because what you want to do is make up these 3,500 calories of the right proportions of your macros. So what I do is I break it down. I start with protein, and then I do fats, and then I do my carbs. If you can see that. You probably can't see that, so I might put it on the screen, but whatever. So when I start with protein, you need to know a rough estimate of what your body fat percentage is. Now, when I say body fat, I know that many people just clocked out and say, this guy's a tool. Like, this guy's the worst. I don't even want to listen to anything else this guy's saying because he's talking about body fat. Listen, body fat is just what it is. I mean, everybody's got it. Everybody's got it. No one has 0% body fat. You know, so for me, when I started gaining weight, I was probably around 10, maybe below, maybe 9 or 8. But now that I've been gaining for a while, I'm probably up closer to 15% body fat. 15 and above, I'm looking at a protein to body weight ratio of, I want about 1 gram of protein per pound of weight. This is, and there's other ways to do this. You could determine based on your body fat, your lean muscle, and then you could go from there. But what I like to do is just say, it's a sliding scale from 1 gram per pound to 1.2 grams per pound. So anywhere in between that, The higher your body fat, you can go 0.8 protein to 1 gram or to 1 pound. It all depends on your body fat, but this again is just for me. What I'm doing is about 1 to 1.1. So I'm gonna go ahead and write this in as 175. My fats, I know that I want this between 0.2 and 0.3 of my body weight. I want that to be about the numbers that I'm hitting. So let me get out the handy dandy calculator because I am horrible at math in my head. 175 times, let's go, 0.3. This is about 52. 52 grams is like that 0.2 to 0.3 range. While we're gaining weight, it's gonna be hard not to hit around the 60 mark, I think personally. So now that we have this is again, like let me jot this down. This is 1 gram per pound lbs, sliding up to 1.2, and I'll explain this in a second. But this can go down as low as 0.8, depending on your body fat. Again, so here fat, we've got about 60. Now another important thing that you want to know over here, we'll do PFC. Protein equals 4 calories, cals per gram. Fat equals 9 cals per gram. Oh my gosh, my handwriting, I apologize guys. Carbs, 4 cals per gram, okay? So over here, I know that if I multiply this times 4, I'm gonna get my total number of calories that come from protein. And on fat, if I multiply it by 9, I'm gonna get my total calories that come from fat. And that, I basically reverse engineer the carbs I need. So 175 times 4 equals 700 come from protein, okay? With fat being around 60, I know that 60 grams of fat is gonna be about 9 cals per gram. So 60 times 9 gives me 540, okay? Now, these two right here, we add them together, and that gives us, what is that, 1240? I know a lot of people will watch this and be like, that's crazy, don't do that, you'll die. 3,500, which is our total caloric intake, minus 1240 equals 2,260, and then we divide that by 4, again, because of here, and that equals, yep, 565. 565 grams. This is just this season. This is just this cycle, right? As my body fat, if my body fat was a little bit lower, my protein could go higher. I keep this in a range of 60 to 70 grams, and I keep carbs again. Like for me personally, I don't want to be OCD to the point of where I'm like I have to hit it perfectly. But I try to do like 10 grams in either direction. Like if I can get pretty close to that, like with that variation, like that's a pretty solid day. If you jump on the scale and this number isn't working, or it's working, you know, or you're gaining too much too fast, decrease your carbs, bump up your protein or your fat. You can kind of play with these numbers a little bit to tailor them into what you want to do and your goals. For me, performance in the gym is the point. It's the reason that I'm trying to gain weight, is so I can lift better, lift stronger, and that's just the idea, while retaining muscle, while building lean muscle, like all of that. So these numbers are what I'm doing. This is basically how I figure it out. These are rough. Get yourself dialed in, and basically once you know this and once you know this, tinker with this, and it'll make everything a lot easier. Some people will have different responses to doing different things dietarily. So kind of know yourself, know what works for you. But basically this is how I set up my macros. And as I change in a few months, I'll do another one of these videos when I'm actually starting to lose weight. when I'm starting to come down towards this opposite side where I'm actually coming into a deficit. Because right now this is surplus. This is a surplus. 500 grams of carbs, 175 grams of protein, and 60 to 70 grams of fat a day will get you right. But if you have questions, leave a comment or reach out to me on Twitter. Tweet me. I'll get back to you as quickly as humanly possible, and I would love to answer any questions you have about this or help you set up your own macros. But hope you're having a great day, and I will see you tomorrow.